Alright guys, today we're going to be checking out this um, Okuma. This is their Avenger. I got this in a 3000 series reel. I've already went out and I cast it around a little bit, so I put this braid on it already. I wasn't real familiar with Okuma, so I wanted to go out and kind of give it a throw, get the feel of it. Another thing that I'm going to do is I want to take and show you one of these little off name reels, and you can see they're kind of trying to look very similar in their designs. So I want to take and we're gonna take a couple look at the differences in these things. Number one, just straight off, this reel here, and if you can kind of make that out, it's got a little roller in there. Um, the guide right here is kind of beveled to allow that line to go in there a little bit smoother. Whereas on this reel here, this lower end reel, there is no guide. It's just a metal area for the line to go through. And this is just a round piece of metal here. So nothing wrong with using this reel. I mean, this is one of my reels that I put on one of my Southern Tide Chaser rods that I have. You can feel this is a lot tighter in the materials and the way it's put together. This one, I'm sure you can hear that. It's a little bit looser. Um, the price difference in these is quite a bit different too. You know, this is a $15 reel. This, I believe, and I'm gonna double check, and I'll put it up there if I'm wrong, but I think this is right at $60 from Okuma. So, like I say, there is a price difference for sure when you're talking a company that name brand compared to just your average off-brand reel. I'm gonna see if I can hear that loud click and the way that drag is. This one is a lot quieter. Barely hear the drag on that. And this is also in a 3000 size. That's why I grabbed this one as a comparison. Let's take the spool off. Take the spool off of this one here. So you look inside of there, certainly looks like, you know, a lot of the same stuff here. But this spool, again, I don't know if that is making it on the sound there, but it's much lighter. This one here, you don't get that rattling around. It's just a little bit tighter design. You know, the thickness between the two. I'm going to look up to, I have the packaging on this Okuma reel. I'm going to get some of the specs on that compared to um, others. You can see how the drag cap on that put together. This is the little off-brand and the single piece with a C clip holding that whole thing together. Then we have the same thing in here. This is the off-brand reel here with your gear. Your Okuma doesn't move on the gear system. It's also comes pre-greased, which isn't a huge thing to take a reel and put some grease in it. So I mean, next thing is I'm going to take the handles off of these things because that's something I haven't done on these reel reviews. I think that's mainly because I'm doing like Penn or Abu Garcia. I'm pretty familiar with those rod and reel combos or rod and reels. So I kind of already know what they look like. So I haven't got into really opening them up, but then I forget, maybe that's something y'all might benefit from, getting a better look inside of these. So this is your little off-brand, very light plastic, and your Okuma. I mean, I know it's a simple button and little fine thread bolt there, but I mean, there's a difference when you're stepping up the money just a little bit on these things. But I mean, you can see the way this one, the teeth are in there. The teeth in this one just don't feel quite as strong. So I mean, that's a failure point at some time, possibly. Got this kind of taken down. Got the handle out of it, and like I say, you can see similarities between the lower end and the Harris, the Okuma. And if you look with this little backing plate right here exposed or off, you can see that gear moving in there. But pretty similar between the two. You know, just your materials are going to be different. When you're talking the lower end reel compared to your step up on here. Both reels have the anti-reverse. If you look at this one, kind of hear that. Whereas there's no gap in between the anti-reverse. It's instant. This one here, you can hear that little bit of slip, and there's just nothing here. It's instant. So I am in no way saying that you've got to go out and spend top dollar on your reel setup. If you watch some of my other videos in the past, I have been a big advocate of both your budget stuff, such as this reel, or stepping up to something like this Okuma Avenger reel, and even higher. Like I say, this was their lower tier stuff, and that's why I asked for this. I asked specifically for this reel because it was on their lower side of things, and I wanted to really get a feel for what their stuff felt like, and you can hear that too. It's just very solid I'd say so far, with the little bit of casting that I did earlier, um, and now that I've taken it and I've taken a look at, you know, even when you pull the screws out, you still got to get this stuff off to be able to expose this side plate. So we're not going to get into all that. But this feels like a very solid reel, and we're definitely going to do more with this as we go. I will definitely be taking this out on some of our fishing adventures and really get a good feel for this reel. I don't have any of the smaller stuff in a higher quality reel right now. Even on my ugly stick rod that I like to use, I actually have one of these on there. So, and I am definitely a fan of this reel. So, something else I'll show you now that I got these reels back together. Um, you can kind of see that's the that's the $15 reel, and this is the Okuma brand. And I don't know if that's. I mean, I don't have it on a rod, so my hand's not holding it perfectly steady. But I'm really just talking about the free spinning. You know, probably a little bit better machining that's gone into these. You've got a company that their reels are going to be a little bit more expensive because they've got a little bit more money in building the reel. This reel here, you're going to get it at a better price. It's going to have a little bit lower quality materials in it, but no matter which reel you got, the fish does not know the difference. It's not going to know if you've got this reel or if you've got this one. The difference is going to be how long this reel is going to last, how it's going to hold up over time. It's not going to have the issues that your lower cost reel is going to have over time. It's going to have better drag system, like I showed before, that just instant reverse. I know that doesn't seem like much, but little things make a big difference in the long run when it comes to, you know, why spend the money on the better reel. And it's when you go out and you're taking your boat out or you're going to go hit up your favorite fishing spot, you know that when you spent the money on this reel, you're not going to have any issues. This reel, the less expensive off brand, as long as you take extra care of it, you really, keep it clean, keep it up. Don't leave it out in the weather. Don't leave it out on the boat after you've had a long day of fishing. It's going to hold up for a little while too. I mean, that's just my 2 cents on it anyway. I'm a huge fan of this reel, just a little bit that I've got to play with it. I really like my Abu Garcia stuff. And I really enjoy these reels too. I have about 4 poles that have these same reels on them and use them a lot. So don't hear me say that you have to go and spend the money on this. But if you want something that's a little better built and you don't mind spending extra money on it, this is definitely, in my point of view, a good option. The Okuma Avenger, like I say, this is in a 3000 series. I got the packaging that comes with the reel, so you can see here, the Okuma Avenger. and it says that it has a cyclonic flow rotor. So it says here that it has a 6 bearing system in it. It's got a 5-to-1 gear ratio, and it's got a 15.4 pound on the drag. That's pretty good in a small little reel. Really, all I can tell you about it right now. You get your complete teardown instructions right here. So definitely, like I've said, stay tuned. We're gonna definitely be using this thing more, and we'll do a head-to-head with the the no-name reel, and even some of the other brands that we have, and we'll do a side-by-side comparison with all of them. Maybe really check to see that 15.4 pound drag and everything else. We'll put them through their paces at a later date. I just wanted to kind of do a run through, let you see it, and uh, let me know what you think of Okuma and their brand. Like I said before today, I was not terribly familiar. I've definitely heard the name over the years, but I've never owned any of their stuff. So it's going to be cool getting to use this reel and really see what it's all about. Stay tuned. We're going to have more reviews. I have some stuff coming up. Um, Definitely more fishing videos coming up, and hopefully more reviews. But definitely go over there and check out Okuma. We have them going to be in the description for the video, and it's also going to be in the channel description. Click on the link, it'll take you right to their website. And like I've said before, it helps me because if you go over there and buy something off of my link, I get a small commission off of it. That helps me keep doing these things, and it shows them that you're watching the video and you're taking the time to go over there and check out their stuff after I've showed it to you here on these videos. So thank you. Hope y'all enjoyed today's video. I hope it's been entertaining. If you're not familiar with Okuma brand, definitely, like I said, go check them out. They sent me this shirt. Like I said, I always like to wear the branded shirts, especially when I'm doing their videos or anybody's review videos, but also when I'm out there just casting a line, I can still be showing the stuff and telling people about all the affiliates because they help the channel keep going. All right, this could be the first cast with this reel. I'll be perfectly honest, I'm not terribly familiar. I'm gonna have to get over here on the boat landing. If y'all watch some of the previous videos, my local lake, they're doing drawdown out here, so water levels are still terribly low. You kidding? And I'm just floating a worm out there. I didn't put any weight on there. Just see if right here around these grass beds we can get something going after a worm. hate the way this wind is coming right in at us. Might have better luck going down to the other landing, which may end up being what we do. Guys, I've got this loaded up with some just 10-pound braid on this reel. Yeah, we're not gonna have any good luck here. We'll go down to the other landing real fast and just kind of see what we can do there. Don't quite have enough weight on this thing to be terribly accurate. I was hoping to get a little closer to that piling there. Let's see if I can't do exactly that. Let the wind kind of shove it around a little bit. Ah! There we go. Good. How you doing? I wish.